For the tour.
You're welcome, man. Good luck, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I hold your truth.
Thank
well
you.
done for speaking at what you believe is true.
Thank you.
And thank you for all the service you gave to all the countries.
Thank you. Just pointed out here. This way a bit. You know, I'm starting to wonder about Mandela effect. Could it be possible that if you can change words in books, you can change buildings as well, using some massive Mandela effect event? I don't know. Because the idea that these are clad over top of something else is a big leap. I like the idea, but I can't say it's sure. Yeah. Big Ben. Well, the tower that holds Big Ben. First time I've seen it, I think, since it was refurbished. Can you zoom in on it at all?
I'm only got one hand at the moment.
Give it to me. Thanks. There you go. Newly refurbished Big Ben. Looks beautiful. Thanks. Parliament Square. It's nice to see it. Lots of people here. I suppose it's summer and Nelson's column. Who is he? Nothing going on but the Ritz. That's all programming by the Union Jack. What's this, Harrods? Hey guys, hello. Don't worry, I can't recognize you with your, what do you call them? Government approved slave tags.
Yeah, COVID masks. COVID masks. Disease is rife.
Disease is rife. Fear, I think fear is even rifer. Do you know that
an emotion which is derived from something. There's some irrational fears, like falling off the edge of the earth, and then there's some
that is
fears,
irrational,
like airborne diseases.
Okay. So you're a believer. I like that. I like talking to believers. Can you tell me what the total death toll was in the UK for?
No.
And if not, you'll be interested to know that the death rate was pretty much the same that year as the year before. So you. Flu. See, because back in the old days, in the flu or cold, that's what coronavirus is. My name is Dave.
Oh, sorry, Dave. We only wear masks just so we're not caught on cameras.
Oh, okay.
We don't care about COVID.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
You can't just talk about flat earth.
Okay. You want to?
I would disagree with what you said. I think
okay. The pandemic. And yeah. Also to me the other day, it's pandemic.
You might have a harder time selling us on that, though.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's start at the beginning, like so we know we can't trust the government, right? You surely can't still trust
the UK government
or the world government.
Is there a world government?
Everyone has their own government.
Did you hear of Event 201?
Event 201?
Yeah.
Power?
It was funded by the World Economic Forum. It was conducted in October of 2019. It was a training event carried out in more than 190 countries at the same day or the same week, in which they imagined the country would respond to that virus, right? So that was 6 months before they locked us down. They did a training event for all countries in the world. And so all countries in the world, even if they had no test for
shut themselves down, right? The Tanzanian president said, I don't trust you guys. I'm going to Tanzanian president, I don't trust you. He goes on paw and a goat. Both of them test. He dies of a heart attack a few months later, and the lady who replaces him.
An Islamist?
Yes, she wears hijab, yeah?
That's bad. That's bad.
I don't think he's saying that. I don't know.
Is that bad?
I don't think he's saying that. But we do see extremism in all parts of the world, or in all ways of things.
Well, that's the definition of extremism.
Yeah.
The fundamental belief, and you would take it to extremity.
Yeah. Okay. So that brings us nicely to the globe. Because that's a fundamental belief in something you can't prove for yourself. Yes, you've got some photographs. Yes, you've got some Hollywood. Yes, you've got some CGI.
Well,
but you can't go.
Photos in Hollywood are very, very different.
Okay.
We have photos from space, and then we have.
How many
Hollywood.
Photos do we have from space?
I haven't counted.
Okay, there's two. There's two photos of Earth from space. There's two.
We have a photo on.
Look, I don't believe, by the way,
Here
I
is a
don't believe
picture.
in landings.
Here is a
Oh,
picture.
good.
I took myself
Yeah, of the moon.
of the moon.
Beautiful.
Now that is round.
Yes.
That is clearly
So is my frisbee.
spherical.
No, don't jump.
Your frisbee is
Don't
not-
jump. Don't jump from round to spherical.
If you look at the depth and the lighting,
Yeah.
it is very clearly spherical.
Okay. Have you ever shone a light onto a ball?
Yes.
Okay, so what you will notice when you do that again, please do it again, is you get a hot spot on that light and then a very darkening around towards the, and you don't see that with the moon. So here's the interesting thing about the moon. Here's the interesting thing about it, because are you Muslim guys?
Yeah.
So you got the moon. Is the moon in your flag, right? In the Islamic flag.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean anything.
Okay, so but you'll find that that crescent moon. So guys have taken photographs of stars behind the dark section, the shaded section of the moon. You'll also notice with the moon that the shaded section of the moon is always identical color to the sky. Blue, light blue, black, depending on the time of the day. Now you can see the moon at all times of the day and night. I'm sure you'd agree with me on that. You can also see the moon rotate like this, and it does this every day. It's doing it's like a rolling, like a coin. These are things that we don't get taught to look at in school, but it's actually rolling like a coin. When I was in South Africa for the last year, in the southern hemisphere, the moon is flipped. It's an inverted, so you know where you get the crescent moon like this at this point of the month? It's this way at exactly the same day, same time in the southern hemisphere. That cannot be explained by the model that we were taught in school, my friend. And finally, the let me finish this point. Non-flat earthers are doing tests with laser thermometers and finding that the moonlight is cold. That the moon gives off a cold light, and in the shade of the moonlight is warmer than in the direct moonlight itself. So we can prove this with science experiments. That's something that,
Do you have the data?
well, I could, you just check it out.
data?
I don't have data on me.
You're telling me to only trust things that I can actually see with my own eyes, and you're telling me now that
Okay,
there's
well, I've
no
done.
data
Okay,
to
okay.
actually-
No, there's plenty of good scientists.
They get me the data.
Well, please, I know I'm not here to do
Show me
your
the
research,
data.
but I'm offering
Show me
you.
the
I'm offering you a
data.
tidbit.
I'm a scientist by trade, so show me the data.
You got two scientists, by the way.
Now, no, I'm going to ask you to do a little bit of your own research on that. But I'm offering you this.
It's right
Okay,
here, let's go.
moon reflects cold light. Just Google that.
The moon does reflect light, yes.
yeah,
We
cold light.
can't go on the basis of what we learn in school. Because in school, it is a very simplified theory. Very, very simplified theory. Just so children can show their skills, gain some qualification, and take it to a higher education. In which, for instance, if we look at chemistry, they don't teach them any further than the third orbital. But there's many. It doesn't mean it is not correct.
Okay.
In schools, they teach a very basic.
Okay, so when we get to school, they give you a globe, and they say that when you see the ship going away, that's the ship going over the curve of the Earth. That was one of the first things I went and tested when I got into this. If you take a powerful telescope or a powerful camera, and there's plenty of videos on YouTube of this as well, if you don't want to take my word for it, but you can stand there on the beach and go, shit, that ship's now gone away. It's fully gone away, none of us can see it, right? Okay. Now pull out the P900, boom, there it is again. We can see it at 10 miles away when it's long meant to have been over the curve.
Then what about 20 miles or 30 miles?
Yeah.
And
What about
does that ship go on forever? Does it continuously go? Or does it come back round?
So,
Well, let me say
telling
this.
me-
Well, let me answer. No, I must answer your brother's question first. He's answered. Let me answer the
Does the
question.
ship continue to
Yeah,
go?
yeah.
Or does it come back round?
Okay, when you say round, because I could walk around Hyde Park and go, all the way around and come back this side. So I can go around my neighborhood, and I could also go around a flat Earth map where all of the oceans are flat.
If you walk
Now
straight,
let me offer you.
Round is a constant angle. If you find a point, if I walk this way, I would not reach back here.
Ah, no, but if
Unless
you
I've walked all the way around the park.
okay. So let me minimize this park to, well, let's say this is the Earth, or flat Earth, and I've got a magnet in the middle. And you're going to use your compass to take an east heading, and you're going to walk east. It'll just take you in a circle around that magnet. That's all we got. That's all we got. But I'm not saying I'm proving how the Earth is. I'm just trying to tell you that it disproves. Hold on. It just disproves what you were saying to me. We're taught simple things in school. Yes, we are, but we never go back and check them when we're adults. When I did, and I thought, shit, no, there's a curvature for the formula of water curving over on a globe, and that formula does not stack up to our reality. Because yes, I've seen Morocco from Spain. I've seen things at 100 miles that I shouldn't be able to see.
According to your
They
theory,
are, but according to the globe,
according to your theory, if the Earth is flat, then therefore, if you stand on the coast of Norway, which is on the west coast of Ireland, will you be able to see the Statue of Liberty with a powerful enough telescope?
no.
Why?
Well, because of atmospheric occlusion, guys. You know that there's between here and America, there's probably storms, and just on a foggy day, on a foggy day, you can only see 50 meters. On a clear day, you can see 10 miles, and if you go up to a mountain, you might see 100 miles, right? We know that. So a guy's taken a powerful camera with using infrared technology, and he is from height, admittedly, but he's taken a photograph of 1,000 miles down the west coast of America. He can see into Mexico with his footage. It's called Jay Tolan. You can see into Mexico using only infrared, but using our own from California.
Okay, but it's again they're geographically close, aren't they?
No, it's 1,000 miles.
He was 1,000 miles in the sky. 1,000 miles in the sky.
In the sky.
In the
No,
sky.
no one can go 1,000 miles in the sky. We can get about.
I said how high was he? You said 1,000 miles.
No, the distance was 1,000 miles that he
Okay,
can
but
see.
how high was he? It wasn't ground level.
No. But even at 30,000 feet, 40,000 feet, Neil deGrasse Tyson, the big scientist, will tell you cannot see Earth curve. You're not high enough. And even the Red Bull jump, Felix Baumgart, you remember that? He said, no, even Felix couldn't see the curvature. What you were seeing there was fisheye lens. What you're being tricked by is fisheye lens.
Why?
Why being tricked?
What's the benefit?
To hide the well, some people say because there's more land.
I know.
Some people say there's more land, but the other is, let me answer your question. Okay. The other is that if you live on a globe, you will be more likely to be a servant, because if you know you live in a created world that was created by your creator, you would not be in servitude to the government. You would not be years ago, because no one could tell you to do that to yourself. This is your temple of God, and no one should be able to mess with it. But because we think we come from Big Bang, because we think we come from Darwin,
we come from the Big Bang.
But you may not. Muslims are pretty good by that. They're pretty. They've got it together when it comes to that. But they still believe that they live on a globe. Some, not all Muslims do, of course, but some still believe that they live on a globe, which is a diminishment of the intentionality of this universe. Because I say to people, it's an electromagnetic universe, not a material Newtonian universe. And in an electromagnetic universe, it's all fractal. And at the fractal level, you are God, but at the tiny level, at the minuscule. Just like I say to people, a cell inside of an orange is no less orange than the whole orange itself. But it is obviously only a tiny piece of the orange. Do you get me?
Remains even if the Earth is flat. The concept still remains.
What?
It's still quite small, aren't we?
If we just go back to a point where you've talked about what we've learned in school, and then we've stopped our education.
Yeah.
We've stopped our education out of choice.
Yeah.
People choose to go into higher education, or do not lack the qualifications to unlock higher qualifications. The people who do then go off to work for NASA. I know my friend doesn't believe in the moon landings, which I disagree with him, but there are millions of fragments of rocks, or maybe not millions, that's just a figure of speech. There's many fragments of rocks that are being tested. Where have these rocks come from, and why have they taken their time?
I'm glad you raised that.
Why are they taking their time to test it?
Because Neil Armstrong gave the Dutch a piece of moon rock, and for their insurers insisted that they go and test it, and they found out that it was an earthbound rock. That this is not, you're being fake. Just because you think that there's moon rock doesn't mean there is moon rock.
The moon rocks fall naturally from the moon anyway.
Well, no, that wouldn't make sense. The moon can't be a rock. Rocks don't float in reality. Rocks don't float, bro.
Then what is it?
It's a light.
Without gravity, they do.
It's a light. It's a light.
So you don't believe it's an actual celestial body?
It's a celestial body, but a body doesn't have to be a rock. We've been brainwashed to believe it's a rock.
So it's not there.
I don't know. Well, yeah. Like I said to you, in South Africa, in the southern hemisphere, the image I see is
a natural hologram.
yeah. In an electromagnetic torus system, there might be these points.
Agree, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So the sun equally is not like burning gases. It's just a point of light that we perceive as the sun. And the sun that you perceive is your sun, not mine. I don't see your sun, you see it. When you're standing at the beach, the sun is coming to your feet, not mine. But for me, it's standing for me. Because its relativity is real, but it only applies to the sky. The luminaries in the sky apply to relativity.
Worships the moon, so there's no point of control of faking the moon or having it as something that isn't real.
The moon proved the globe. The moon proved the globe. No one really, there wasn't a big buy into the globe until they went to the moon. That was it, slam dunk. And by the way, the only photo they took coming back from the moon was on the very final mission. Don't you think that if you went to Mecca or you went to the Grand Canyon, you'd be all over the photos? And if you had an unlimited NASA budget, you'd be all over that? But on the 6th, they go land 6 times. They go land 6 times, and they play golf, but they don't bother to take a photo of the Earth from the moon.
Thank you for sharing your opinion. We have to go debate some Christians now.
All right.
Thank you for sharing. You're from South Korea?
Yeah.
Johannesburg?
No, Durban. Well, actually, I was born in England, but raised there. By the way, I tell people that they are Christ. I think that the Christ is in you, and that the disciples they talk about, the 12 disciples, are the 12 disciplines of your mind. You know, whatever Jesus was saying, Muhammad, peace be upon him, was saying is that it's about you. Don't let the system steal from you and your divine sovereign power.
He didn't like the religion talk.
Well, no, because in religion, because religion is so divisive. Because religion gets people to choose sides. In 1993, I took in some Muslim refugees in Cape Town. They were fleeing from Iraq, from Saddam Hussein, the first Gulf War, right? 3 of them came and lived with me, these Muslims. And so I learned a lot about that, and I really respect the faith. I've been to Turkey, I've been to other Muslim countries, no problem at all. But I do know, and I love the Muslim culture and the friendliness and the openness that they have to other religions. I admire that.
Where are you from? You look French.
They're laughing at you now. They're laughing louder when you say that.
No, because it's important that they hear.
Read minds.
Only a French.
You're a star. I've been here for like 10 years. I see you year after year
Let's
after
go.
year.
Okay, thank you, my friend, for the chat.
You're welcome, man. Good luck, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I hold your truth.
Thank
well
you.
done for speaking at what you believe is true.
Thank you.
And thank you for all the service you gave to all the countries.
Thank you so much.
You gave a lot of service to a lot,
Yeah. Well, thank you. Well, we got another tour coming up in July. Yeah, just a short one, but hopefully we'll be around the country. Hello.
Nice.
I'm Dave. Hi, Maria. Hi. Well, thanks. I really appreciate
Dave.
it.
Yeah, baby.
There's a lot of them.
Told us about you, and that's why we walked.
I said you gotta meet Dave. I said you gotta come speak. It's gonna meet Dave.
Oh, give us a hug.
Yeah. He's a friend from a friend.
Thank you.
2017, 18. I don't know. I
Thank
forgot how many.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming again. Yeah, we'll be back. I'll be back. Oh, okay. I'm gonna.